side.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. And hello again, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Washington Wizards as they play against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. We'll take a look at the Nets. They've had a very slow start to the season so far, down to the bottom half of the conference. And, of course, the Wizards tied up with them. So the Nets starting five. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Terrence Mann is out there with Demon. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. And for Washington, they've got Alexander Sarr. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's McCollum in at the point guard. So, Tim, for teams off to a really slow start, there's pressure to get it together before it's too late. And there's not enough time to make it up.
Well, it's early, so teams still have time. I think some teams have been affected by injury or just slow starts by individual players. It's not too late, but you can't wait too long either.
And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Here's McCollum. Pass to Sarr. And Middleton kicks to McCollum. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Demon. 8 points his last outing. On the wing, Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And such a sharp shooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep.
Back to McCollum. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Tim, this is going to hit home, and I'm sorry about it, but it's going on 5 decades since the Washington Wizards have enjoyed a 50-win season.
Kevin, you're breaking my heart. A couple generations have passed. So if this rebuild requires some patience, fans in the DMV are saying, what's a few more years?
At the line for one.
On the free throw, no good. You know, Greg, you could argue the Nets kind of overachieved last season under first-year head coach Jordi Fernandez.
Yeah, only the 6th worst record last season. The defense was halfway decent, but they understand some patience is required in a rebuild.
Man with it. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Pass to Claxton. Porter in the corner for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Porter's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Nets.
Well, it's early, but I love their offensive game plan to this point.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Middleton left side to the middle. Saw the pass to Middleton, and the rejection by Claxton. Here's Demon. Pass to Mann. High arcing shot. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
What a cold start. They need a different approach here.
And here's George. Back to McCollum. Driving in, and the rejection by Claxton. Here's Mann. It's deflected.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively.
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Claxton with it, covered by Sarr. Back to man. Pass to Clowney. Nets passing it around. Order outside. Rebounded by McCollum.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The Nets with the lead. 1:51 left in the first quarter. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. Alex Sarr, third.
And, you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
Johnson, he's checked in for Washington. Carlton Carrington comes in for Koulibaly. Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. Traoré comes in for Demon. Here's Carrington. Knocks down the three ball.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And here's a look at some numbers for Keyshawn George.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Here's Traoré. Driving the lane. Here's Porter. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Traoré. From deep. The shot by Williams, no good. The Wizards with the lead. And you watch Bub Carrington. You know, Tim, for a young player, he has got a real feel for this game.
Yeah, Kevin, he quickly processes things out there. He's got great anticipation at both ends. I'll tell you what, he's just getting started.
Now here's McCollum. Nothing on the board. And it's Carrington missing. Pass to Claxton. Here's Traoré. On the wing, man. They could use a bucket. That one misses. 3 shots, all come up empty. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Wizards have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. 13 feet away. Rebound, Brooklyn.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Martin for 3, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Wizards lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, that's just great chemistry offensively. Everybody playing for one another and trusting each other. It's beautiful to watch.
Johnson is out there with Carlton Carrington. Then there's Gill. Then it's Corey Kispert. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 slot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Washington shooting the ball at 42%. There's the drive. Count the basket. Carrington's got the lead up to 2 now for the Wizards.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
It's the Nets now. Here's Traore. The rebound by Champagny. So, Tim, the District of Columbia and the Wizards reaching a deal to keep them in D.C. through 2050.
Along with a project to expand the arena complex, create an entertainment district, and implement safety and transportation upgrades. Really exciting stuff.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Wilson the pass to Wolf. Gill with the rebound. Washington leading now by 5. Johnson wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Williams scanning the floor. Trains the three-pointer. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Washington's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Some changes. George is checked in for Gill. Koulibaly comes in for Corey Kispert. And McCollum subbed in for Johnson. And then for Brooklyn, Brownie's checked in. And Porter subbed in for Wilson. Here's McCollum. No scoring in this one. Here's Champagny.
Well, with his ability to both score and facilitate, McCollum really fits the combo guard label.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Demon. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And so McCollum will bring it out for Washington. Pass to Carrington. Back to McCollum. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Well, that's nice work inside that time by McCollum, showing you a lot of skill and poise.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And that one's good by Porter. So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-90s. We were still flying commercials to that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys, like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now, if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there reclining fully right next to you.
It's the Nets now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Martin kicks to Porter. Pass to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Drills the three-pointer. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, starting to stretch the floor. That's 2 triples for him this quarter.
Here's Carrington. Back to McCollum. Outside, George. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. George has got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Alexander Saw, he's checked in for Washington. Chris Middleton comes in for Carlton Carrington. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Zaire Williams. Mann subbed in for Martin. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Demon. Scoreless thus far.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Wizards have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Pass to Middleton. A jump hook. Another one falls for Washington.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Nets trail by 4. 1:43 left in the first half of basketball.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. McCollum outside. Koulibaly with the screen for McCollum. Pass to Middleton. Lets the 3 fly. They get it back.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Porter against Koulibaly. Porter passes to Claxton. Back to Porter. Clock at 6. Nets passing it around. There's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Porter's got 11 points.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Middleton the pass to McCollum. Middleton with a screen for McCollum. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Nets. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Well, they just never looked comfortable out there, and part of that is the defense they were facing.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from McCollum. .26 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Clowney. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Deming. Defended by Middleton. It's Porter outside. No good. Shot missing. And so it's Michael Porter making things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Welcome to our 2K Sports Studio. The Brooklyn Nets find themselves in quite a battle here tonight.
Let me tell you guys, there's nothing better than playing well on the road and hearing that silence.
Yeah, in many ways they've looked like the more comfortable team. Okay, switching gears. Let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings thus far.
I think for Brooklyn, they knew they'd be in for a rough start. The question is, do they have the tools to turn it around? The front office will tell you yes, but they're the ones who assembled the team.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Michael Porter.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Deming's out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Claxton in at the center position. Wizards trail by 4. Middleton right side. That 3 off the mark.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And we are seeing the makings of a masterpiece here, guys, from Porter. A threat to score from anywhere within the half court.
Here's McCollum. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. George finds Koulibaly. Now here's McCollum from downtown. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And Claxton throws it down.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Their offense is cooking right now, and that's because the execution has been there.
Here's McCollum, following the bucket by the Nets. Pass to Middleton, back to McCollum. And the rejection by Claxton.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Back to Porter, to the left wing. Now, man. And here's Porter. Shot clock at 6. A 3 ball. Drills it from outside. And now it's an 11-point Brooklyn lead.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Kevin. It's important to focus on what matters. All-star and multiple champion Draymond Green said winning has taken a backseat nowadays with a lot of these kids. They care about all the wrong things. I hope they understand that this league is about winning games at the end of the day. Guys?
It's all about results. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. And the Nets with possession here. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Good. George has got 5.
Slow start here to the second half, just 1 for 5.
Brooklyn leading by 9. You know, Tim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade, and I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
And the 3 off target. Brooklyn's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
So it's Brooklyn now. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Here's Deming. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Pass to Clowney. Now, man, he's defended by Koulibaly. Pocket 2, and he gets the bucket. Porter's got 21 in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And Washington making a change here. Carrington's checked in. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. Wizards trail by 9. Pass to Middleton. A crossover. 3-pointer. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Well, some great passers have come into the league this season. Let's see which rookies are tops in assists. You look at George, 3rd in assists and a great leader.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor.
And the Wizards making a change here. Johnson's checked in. 1:53 left to play in the third. Pass to Clowney. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. There's 1:38 left in the third. Now, Koulibaly. Johnson kicks to George. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Pass to Clowney. He's looking for Claxton and finds him. And Claxton throws it down.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Wizards trail by 10. Johnson outside. Wizards passing it around. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. George with the steal. Johnson in the corner. Pass to Middleton. Good defense by Claxton.
But not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Demon. Now, Mann. Still scoreless. 3 on the clock. Drains it from beyond the arc. Mann's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets. Johnson outside. Nice move. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be right back after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Johnson is out there with Kispert. Then there's Carlton Carrington. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Champagny in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And Brooklyn has possession after the basket by Washington. Pass to Porter. Williams kicks to Porter. Over Kispert. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Porter's got 9 points here in the second half. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question. It's become something that's a priority for teams now. And I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
That's terrific. Williams, that's good.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Johnson. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He knows every possession is critical now. Alexander Saw, he's checked in for Kispert. And a change for the Nets. Claxton's checked in. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey guys, well, Jordi Fernandez was just reviewing the plan with his team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Now here's Williams. Here's Traore to the inside. Porter. And finished off by Porter.
How about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nets.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Well, they've really been aggressive in the painted area. When that ball goes inside, they are attacking.
And you can tell Porter Jr. wants to keep getting better, and that's one reason why this team is still so high on him.
Strong, the pass to Champagny. Now Carrington. Sarr with the screen on Martin. Carrington, that's good.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Nets leading by 9. Outside Porter. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Traore gets the bucket. Traore's got his first points in this one.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Here's Carrington following the bucket by the Nets. Saw the pass to Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Well, with that size, it's easy for Sarr to see right where the rock needs to go.
The Nets have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Now Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Porter, the 3 goes down.
Well, he hit 4 threes in the first, and now he's drained 2 more here in the second quarter. Absolutely on fire from deep.
And we've got a timeout call by Brian Keefe. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Creating space. What a move.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
It's tipped. Nets leading by 10. Right side, Porter. Here's Demon. Doesn't get that one. Now here's McCollum.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
There's 1:59 left in the fourth. And the shot will go down.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And it doesn't go. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Got it to go off the glass.
And I like the fact they didn't settle there. They worked for a higher percentage shot.
Wizards trail by 10. And here's McCollum. Nice use of the glass on the finish. The Nets shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. It's McCollum with the drive. Good! Lays it right in there.
Well, he's more than just a shooter. C.J. McCollum showing you he can also find a way to get inside and get it done.
Nets leading by 8. Here's Demon. Up top, Claxton. Koulibaly with it. McCollum fires. Down he goes for 3.
Well, C.J. McCollum rising to the occasion. What a clutch performer.
Here's Demon. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
C.J. McCollum. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Porter against George. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Nets. Terrence Mann. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that increases their lead to 6.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
McCollum, it falls!
Well, McCollum is a proven scorer, but he's even more dangerous in big moments.
And an intentional foul right there.
C.J. McCollum. Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn. Tim taking 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And the Wizards with possession. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Lots of room, and that one drops.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Terrence Mann. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
You know, I don't believe in the word choke, but to come away empty right there is brutal. This game would have been over.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Big chance here to tie it with the bucket.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
Points are an absolute must here.
And they need to continue to play with urgency.
Now McCollum to tie it up. And it misses. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Third personal foul. Teams in the penalty. Shooting for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton. At the line for two.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Michael Porter.